Hello my dear students, today in this video we will going to understand the notes and exercise explanation of chapter Fun with Magnets. This chapter is related with different kinds of energy and different important substances, and that's why it is included in physics. Okay, let's understand the notes first. Here comes the first note. Its name is magnet. What do you mean by the term magnet? So magnet means a substance which attracts some important materials, for example iron, for example cobalt, for example nickel. So such substances get attracted by a substance. That substance name is magnet. Understood? The second one, that magnet is mainly having two types, that is natural magnet and artificial magnet. Natural magnet is named as magnetite, which was invented in the Greece by that shepherd. Okay, and the artificial magnets means human made the magnet into different shapes. Such magnet is known as artificial magnet. The third note is magnetic force. What do you mean by the term? Why these magnets can able to attract the magnetic materials? So it is done with the help of magnetic force. It is written the force exerted by a magnet, means magnet is applying some amount of force onto the magnetic materials, and due to that reason it immediately get attracted by the magnet. Okay, so this is known as magnetic force, means the force which is exerted by a magnet for attracting the magnetic materials. Okay, but condition is that respected magnetic material must be into the nearby magnetic field. Okay, if you are keeping the magnet over here and the magnetic material is 1 kilometer away from the magnet, then it could not able to attract because it is not in the respected field of the magnet. Okay, so this is magnetic material. Now moving to the next is magnetic poles. Okay, so as you know that all the magnets, it is the property of a magnet that magnet is having mainly two poles. Okay, where the force is maximum, means attracting power is maximum, that two points are known as magnetic poles. Okay, as a bar magnet, you know that in the both ends it is having the maximum attracting capacity, so that is known as magnetic poles. Okay, which is located at the edges of the bar magnet. Okay, moving to the next is demagnetize. Okay, so the tendency to lose magnetism or magnetic property is known as demagnetization. Means suppose if you heat the magnet, so due to that reason it will losing the attracting property. So this is known as demagnetization of respected magnet. So you can demagnetize your magnet by three ways: either by hammering, continuously hammer the magnet so that the magnet get demagnetized, or you heating it, okay, or you just throw it up to the very quite height. Okay, so at by these three possible consequences you can demagnetize the magnet, but we do not have to do that. Okay, so these are the notes. Now we will going to move for the next, that is exercise explanation. Okay, here comes the first, that is filling the blanks. So it is written artificial magnets are made in different shapes. So we just have to write the shapes, okay, that we know, which is already given inside the textbook. Okay, that is bar magnet, horseshoe magnet, cylindrical magnet and ball ended magnet. Okay, over here total three blanks are there. You can write any of these three. Next one is the materials which are attracted towards a magnet get called. Okay, means the materials which get attracted by the magnet is known as magnetic material. Okay, paper is not a dash material. It is written not a dash material, means answer is magnetic. If it is if there is the word not will be not there, then you can write paper is a non-magnetic material, but the statement is like this: paper is not a. So we have to write magnetic material. It could not it does not attract by the magnet. Next one is, in olden days sailors used to find direction by suspending a piece of. Okay, so as you know the magnet's property, a freely suspended magnet always rests in north-south direction. So answer so like this way we can easily able to find the other direction, that is east and west along with north and south. So like this we can easily able to find the direction. So answer is magnet. Next one is a magnet always has dash pole. This is another property of a magnet, that magnet always has two poles. Okay, if you break the magnet into so many pieces, then also respected each part of the magnet consists of two poles, that is north pole and south pole. So here our filling the blanks completed. Moving to the next is straight, true or false. Okay, first one is a cylindrical magnet has only one pole. Absolutely it is false, because just now I said that magnet always has two poles, that is north pole, south pole, two poles total. Okay, so answer is false. Artificial magnets were discovered in Greece. It is false. Okay, if it is written natural magnet, then it is true. Next one is similar poles of a magnet repel each other. Definitely it is true. Okay, opposite always attracts and similar mostly repel. So in magnet also the similar poles will repel, means moves away from each other, and the opposite poles come nearer. Okay, so it is attract each other. Moving to the next is maximum ion fillings sticks in the middle of the bar magnet when it is brought near them. Okay, so answer is false. Why so? It is written that a bar magnet is having the maximum strength of, or should I say maximum magnetic force located in the both ends, not in the middle. Okay, because a magnet is having two poles, and that two poles is having the maximum property of attraction. Okay, so in the middle it would not happen. Okay, next one is bar magnets always points towards north south direction. Definitely, because it is the property of a magnet. So answer is true. Moving to the next, a compass can be used to find east west direction at any place. Definitely, a compass consists of a magnetic needle which always rests in north south direction. So you can easily able to identify the east west also. Okay, so answer is true. Next is rubber is a magnetic material. No, it is not attracted by the magnet, hence it is non-magnetic material. So answer is false. Here our true false also completed. Moving to the next, that is subjective question. That is, it was observed that a pencil sharpener gets attracted by both the poles of a magnet, although its body is made up of plastic. Name a material that might have been used to make some part of it. So dear, as you know, the pencil sharpener is made up of plastic body, but it is having one iron strip which is having sharpening end, and with the help of that only we can able to sharp our pencil. Okay, so the blade of the sharpener is made up of iron and it is a magnetic material. So definitely your sharpener is made up of plastic, but though it will going to attract it by the magnet. Okay, and both poles can able to attract this iron strip. Understood? Moving to the next, write any two properties of a magnet. Okay, as we understood in the chapter, so many different properties of magnets are there, but here we have written just three. Okay, the first one is that the freely suspended magnet always rests in north-south direction. Okay, the second one is a magnet always has two poles, though if you will break it into different parts, but each part consists of two poles. That is the property of a magnet. Moving to the next, that magnet always attract magnetic materials like iron, nickel and cobalt. Okay, so this is the third property. Moving to the next question, that is the fifth one. Where are poles of a bar magnet located? As we discussed into the previous questions also and the notes also, that it is always located at the ends of the magnet. If the horseshoe magnet is there, then also the north and south pole is located into the ends. Same for the cylindrical, same for the bar magnet, same for the ball ended magnet. Okay, so these magnets poles are located at the two ends. Moving to the next, that is a bar magnet has no markings to indicate its poles. How would you find out near which end is its north pole located? Means you are having a bar magnet which is not having any indication north and south. Usually you know that bar magnet is having two signs, that is N and S. N stands for north, S stands for south. but over here we are having a bar magnet which has no marking. So how would we identify? Okay, so we can identify, we should have to follow for few steps. First step is a bar is taken and suspended freely from the middle with the help of a thread. Means first of all we have to tie this magnet from the middle, okay, and allow it to rest. So you can know that a freely suspended magnet always rests in north-south direction. Okay, so you can easily able to identify that whatever the north pole which is rest towards the north direction, earthen north direction, then it is the north pole, and the south pole or the end of the magnet which rests in the earthen south direction, then it will be the south pole. So like this we can easily able to identify that which pole is north and which pole is south. You can do with another way also, that just take out the another bar magnet which has indication of north pole and south pole. Now keep these two magnets together, okay. If both magnets are moving away, then it is the respected similar poles. So you can easily able to identify that either it is north pole or south pole. And if both are attracting each other, means it stands that both are opposite poles, and afterwards you can easily able to understand which one is this, north or south. So like this way also you can find out. So if you are writing this method, then also it's correct, and if you are following this step which I mentioned, then also it's correct. Moving to the next, that is you are given an iron strip. How will you make it into a magnet? Okay, so for that you have to follow total 5 steps. First of all, you have to take one iron strip. Okay, now place it onto the desk. Now take one magnet. Okay, suppose for example I am holding the north pole. Now continuously rub this magnet towards this iron strip without lifting it. Okay, slowly and gradually it will going to getting the property of a magnet. Same you can apply for the next one also. Like this way you can make an iron strip into the magnet. Next one is, how is a compass used to find direction? As I said you that a compass consists of a magnetic needle which is completely freely suspended, and it is always rest in north-south direction. So that you can easily able to identify the further direction, that is east-west also. So like this way, anywhere, like you are you stuck in the desert, or you stuck in the very huge forest, or in the sea where you cannot able to identify direction, this compass will going to help you. Okay, moving to the next, that is match the following, the very easy thing. Okay, over here we are having one possible reason, and next one is the result of that. So I am directly speaking the answer, or you can do on your own also. The first one is boat gets attracted towards the magnet. Okay, so definitely this boat is made up of magnetic material. Due to that reason the magnet can able to attract your boat. Okay, so answer is D, boat is made up of magnetic material. Next one is boat is not affected by magnet. Okay, so magnet cannot able to attract the non-magnetic material. So definitely our boat might be made up of non-magnetic material, and hence it cannot affect it. Okay, moving to the next, that is boat moves towards the magnet if north pole of the magnet is brought near its end. Okay, so two magnets can easily able to come to each other if the attraction is there. Okay, so answer should be that boat is fitted with a magnet with south pole towards its end. Then and then it will move towards the magnet. Moving to the next, boat moves away from the magnet when north pole is brought near the end. So definitely the respected magnet is having north pole. Definitely then both north pole comes in a contact with each other, then definitely they will move away. Last one is boat floats without changing its direction. Okay, so it will happen when the boat has a small magnet fixed along its length. So here are the match the following, and we reach to the, here is the answer, so you can follow this also. Here we move for the last question of the exercise. That very easy thing is that you just have to fill in the blanks which is given inside the match column. Okay, first one is that north north. As you know, these are the both similar poles, and as you know, the similar poles always moves away, always repel each other. So answer is repulsion, that we have to write in this filling the blank A. Okay, next one is north dash dash, and answer is attraction. Here we have hint, that is attraction. So attraction will happen when the poles which are not similar, okay, opposite poles are there, then the attraction will happen. So answer is S. Next one is S dash N, means south and north. If they will come with each other, then definitely the attraction will happen. And the last one, the answer is already given, that is south south, both have similar poles, hence they will repel each other. Okay, so here we completed the notes as well as the exercise. Dear students, if you have any doubt regarding chapter 1 or 2 or 3 or 13, you can ask me into the comment section. And one more thing, still if you have not if you have not written the CW work or any exercise or notes inside the CW, then please dear start writing. Okay, next time we will come with some revision work of the previous chapters, because over here we have completed the PT1 syllabus. Okay, so next time I will come with the revision work of the chapter which we understood previously. Okay, till then stay happy and keep smiling.